Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, everyone. Good to have you here today. And today I'm alone. Here. I'm not alone, you are guys with me, but it's just me. I have no Wanderlei or Nate or Samantha with me today. And I hope you enjoyed the discussion today. I would try to do my best here in order to achieve your needs, okay? So, first things first, let people give some time to, yeah, Don, that's it, Don. I'm not alone, I have you all. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Yeah, but I said this, I already said. Okay, okie dokie. So, I see a lot of people starting to turn on the phones, and while this is happening, let us start with the initial prayer. So I want to invite everyone to have a deep breath. Raise up your thoughts towards your mentors of Kardec Radio, mentors of Allan, and the country you are in. Ask them to enlighten ourselves, to give us what we need in order to progress, in order to evolve. At the same time, help our brothers and sisters who are in the hospitals, who are on the streets, those who are suffering from depression, anxiety, those who are lost. With any kind of addiction, may this prayer reach them and help them to find out a way out of the current situation. So be it. Amen. Okay, my friends. So, I think we shall start. Let me see. Yeah, people's getting. So, today we're going to start a new chapter in the Gospel according to Spiritism. We start with chapter 9, and we go from item 1 to item 5 today. Okay? As Don said, and I said at the beginning, I'm not alone. So if you have questions, comments, please write. You're going to help me to understand if I'm going through the right direction, okay? So, chapter 9 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. Blessed are the meek and the peacemakers. Okay? And Kardec, he chose to put in the main topic of this chapter some passages from the Gospel of Matthew, and he chose verse 5, 9, 22, 21, and 22. Okay, and I think this is well known by everyone. And choose the Matthew 5:5 is, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. This is part of the Sermon of the Mount. in which Jesus was giving several passage, And the second one is, blessed are the peacemaker, for they will be called children of God. And if you, I know Don is reading the New Testament. And my advice to you, the way I understood in a better way, the Sermon of the Mount, all the blessings, the words they're saying, the topics. For me, it's kind of a hierarchy. Okay? So you cannot, for example, in this passage here, you cannot be a meek, you cannot be a peacemaker without being a meek person. So you need fulfill the previous one in order to go to the next one. Okay? And we can say here, who are the meek ones? Who are them? And Kardec starts to analyze on 19.4, and he says, by these maxims, Jesus makes meekness, moderation, docility, affability, and patience the law. Consequently condemning violence, anger, and all discourteous expressions towards others. So, the meek and the peacemakers are those who want to spread the peace among everyone. Okay? And nowadays, we are in very difficult situation because we have different point of views. We are constantly updated with news, like, I don't know, perhaps in 20 years ago, 30 years ago, in order to know what's happening in America. Took take perhaps days until reach the local newspaper, and they reproduce that news, and you read it in the newspaper or magazine. Today, you just update your browser, and I know what's happening in America right now. I know what's happening in Australia. I know what's happening in China. You guys know what's happening here in Europe. Just updating, and you know what's happening now. And all this is good. Yes, it's wonderful. But the problem is we are constantly bombarded by news and information, and this make us having different opinions. Not because different opinions is a bad thing. No. Different opinions is a very good thing. Okay? But it's a very good thing if this will generate a peaceful and harmonious and constructive debate. And what we can see is people, they isolate themselves in a kind of bubble, and they do not accept anything what is different from what they think about, what about different from their opinion. Because in order to listen someone, you need to be open to new ideas. If you already go to a conversation with your opinion already formed, it's a waste of time. If you go to talk to someone about Spiritism, but that person already have in their mind that Spiritism, it's blah, 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 blah. It's nothing. I don't care. Whatever that person comes to say to me, I don't care. They are lunatics. Those things about spirits doesn't exist. Reincarnation is. They have this opinion formed. You can read, you can do, you can draw, you can do whatever you want. But you will not, I'm not saying convince, because we don't want to convince anybody. We want to just make everyone to think. We want they exercise their reason of faith. Okay? Okay? So, I'm saying all this because we need to be open to everything. We cannot be like those who are just look straight forward, don't look inside. We need to look everything. We need to accept and understand and listen, analyze, questioning. These make a meek person and a peaceful maker. Because at the moment when you are engaged in a kind of conversation, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. We can start to talk about here any kind of things, as long as I am aware of the subject. Just exchange. And it happens to me not once or twice, many times. I had one opinion, but I was open to receive new opinions. And during a conversation with someone, I changed my opinion. I said, well, I think I was thinking wrongly here. I need to change this. Well, this guy is right. Or sometimes consolidated what I was thinking is correctly, because I was sharing this moment and say, oh, no, that guy with that comment makes sense. I think I'm going to the right path and it makes sense to me. Like Rihanna say, hey, hello, my friends from South Africa. Use their rational mind in all things. Exactly, Rihanna. This is what we need to do. We need to make them to use the ability of arguing. Arguing not in a bad things, but arguing, say, you know, that the child like 2 years old, 3 years old, they start the phase, what we call this why phase. Everything you say to them, why, until the time it is because it is. No, stop it. Let's change subject, because you have no more answers for this why. So we need to exercise this, of course, in a nice way, though not annoying anybody with so many whys, but kind of exercise this, and this flows naturally. Once you start to work in this way, once you start to make the things flow in a harmonious way, that's how it should be. Like Jesus, when he was among us, he was not imposing things. Oh, you have to do this. He always put everyone to think, saying by parables, or sometimes saying by allow them to exercise their reasoned faith. So, and this will conquer the earth, because this is our goal. We're gonna reach this level. Of course, we're gonna reach. I just don't know when. Seeing from what happening today, this is far away, very far away. You know, like Star Wars in a far, far, far galaxy, something like this, because we are blocked in our own thoughts, and we don't let anybody say something is contrary what we think. You know, we want everyone respect our opinion, but we don't respect the other's opinion. This is a two-way street. Once you start to apply this to them, you see things gonna flow. Okay? Okay? So far, so good. And what means by, okay, you own the earth, like they say in the second passage here. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Because we are children. Compared to God, God's here, we are here. You know, we're still learning, you know. And once we are learning, but we are in the right path, this is going to be amazed. This is going to be wonderful. You know? Yeah? What one more here we can say? And the third, which is take more longer to analyze here, is you have heard that it was said by them of old time, you shall not kill. And here, I just want to amend something here, because in the translation in English, kill. I don't know, for you, Don and Rihanna, you are a native speaker. Kill, in this sense here, should be in connection with murder. Okay, that's according to the studies. A person, his name is Severino Celestino, who studied, and also Haroldo Dutra, who studied the Hebrew. And in the Hebrew, the correct translation is not. It is the kill is a sense of murder someone. You're gonna murder someone. Okay, and when you murder someone, they want to say here is in that sense is you are killing someone who have no way to defend themselves, to stand by themselves. So every time you kill someone and that person is not able to exercise the ability of defend themselves, you are committing a murder. And this is the sense the text says here. And I know kill in English may say you can understand by this. Okay, so this we need to understand. For example, this is one of the reasons why making an abortion is not possible, because you are acting as a murderer. You are killing a human being which has no chance to defend themselves. Say, hey, don't, please, I'm here. No. Okay? Okay? Do you know why Spiritism says, okay, abortion? No. Forget about it. Oh, because the spirit, yes, all this is valid, but it's because you are killing someone who didn't have a chance to say, hey, don't do it. Okay? So, and say, and whatsoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. But I say to you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council. And whoever shall say, you fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. And hellfire here, it's also translated wrongly, because according to Severino Celestino, the word in Hebrew is sheriol. Forgive my way to say the Hebrew. I have no word. I just know because I studied before be here with you guys, and the word was sheriol, which means lower zone. Okay, which is lower zone. It's not burning the hell. Most of the people translate as hell, but it's not hell. It's something under, lower. Okay, let's see what Don says to us here. Okay, well, Rihanna, first, there is a chapter by Emmanuel that is about killing others' aspirations by. I will look for this chapter. Okay, Rihanna, yeah, let me know. Perhaps I have read this before, but doesn't ring the bell here. Don, I find it interesting that I have two opinions. My human self doesn't condemn abortion, but my spiritist side knows it is wrong. It does cause an inner conflict. Don, I completely understand you. I cannot say you are wrong or you are right. I just say you need to put these two beings talk to each other. Okay, it's when you analyze from the human perspective. No, like the human has the right to choose. Yes, they have the right to choose. However, by the Spiritism teachings, there is no cause without effect. If the person is going through that moment of difficulties, it is because they need that moment to learn a lesson, to help someone, to be supportive to someone. So this is what we needed to understand. And then you need to analyze, not in terms of who's right or who's wrong, but who has better arguments. Thankfully, my spiritist side is winning most of our discussions. Yeah, good way to say. But instead of saying this is what the Spiritists want you. Argue. Put your human side and your spiritist side to talk. Analyze. See who has better arguments. who has better answers, who's give you better understandings, exercise your reason of faith. This is what we must be valid here, Don. And then you decide. I would say sometimes your human side will prevail. Sometimes the spiritist side will prevail. But every time someone asks you, okay, Don, why this prevail? And you have the arguments. You can discuss. You can give your point of view. And if that person show you different arguments, different perspective, be open to change your mind. That's what we're talking about here. This is what, because life, we already know which side has the better answer. Yes, Don, we know, but the beauty of the Spiritism is because we cannot be in front of our conscience and say exactly what he said. Oh, we know who's right, Spiritism. No, yeah, but why? We need to seek the answer for that why. We need to. Oh, it's because Kardec said he was very well inspired, he guided by higher spirit, so I will follow him. You can use as an argument to justify something, but are you convinced? Are you convinced about it? You need to convince yourself. And when you convince yourself, you will start to become a peacemaker. This is the point of here. Oh, I'm doing this because my mom said so. Okay, great. Mom said, and she's smarter than me, and she's asking me to do it. Great, okay, great. No problem at all. But why mom is right? Why mom gave me this advice? Why mom put me to think about it? So we need to exercise this. We need to find our own answers. As you said, we know who has the best answers, which is correct. But why? Where the arguments? Where is the base? You can say, if I have a conversation with you right now in front of me, in front of you, and I start to ask why, you're going to answer my questions. And be open to change your mind. And I have to be open to change my mind as well. This calls respect. Yeah, you're correct. It takes time to release all the old beliefs. Yes, because, well, I don't know, what my opinion 10 years ago is completely different from my opinion today. You know, my opinion before I start these live shows with you guys is completely different from my opinion today. Now, many times, Vanderlei and I, or Nate, or Samantha, I've always said, these lives here is more for me than for you guys. Because this allows me to study, to understand, to answer my why questions. Because to be here, to talk to you, I need to be convinced. Because I will not say something to you about, no, I need to convince myself. I need to say, well, makes sense. And how many times, even though I studied, while I'm talking to you, exercising my train, putting my train of thought, and I change what I'm gonna say to you, what I have in my mind to say. I say different because talking to you make me think differently, and I say, wow, this is better than what I thought. So now I will say this. I don't know you guys, but I when I was studying, when I studied, like in group, for example, you know, when I explaining something to someone, I understand better than I be just with myself, isolated in a library, just me in the books. No, I needed to exercise this, my Italian way, talk with the hands. You can see here my hands, they speak faster than my mouth. My hands is speaking. No worries. So what Brianna's saying here, we all have to answer to God, not people. We have to choose God's path and way above all things and people. Perfect, Rihanna, but I keep insisting this. We know the God path is the right one. We know, but I want you to answer why that path is good. Why that person who is dying today of leukemia, a younger person, 14 years old, 15, 20 years old, full of life, passed away of leukemia. If you go to her mom or his mom right now and say, oh, we need to follow God's path, I think you won't hear a very good answer from them. You got my point? We know the God's path there. We know that person who passed away, it was the best for them and the family. We know. Okay, great, perfect. But why? But why? And that's I may have one answer, you may have another answer, don't have another answer, Rob another answer, Wanderlei another one. And is that okay to have different answers? When we exercise these, we become peacemakers. When we exercise these, we become a better person without judging the others. Let's say, we're going to keep saying here, these studies help me too, Stevan. I'm very thankful for any opportunity to learn. I am a learner. I am the one who thankful here. Let's see. Robbie, California, my friend. I give presentation to the study groups that I am part of. I learn so much and present the information. You see my point, Robbie? That's it. That's it. It's more for me than for you guys. I'm pretty sure. It's more for me. But let's go in here. Let me see what more we need to talk here. I put some notes here. Let me follow. Let me see. And why? And why Kardec says here, it is because next to humility before God, charity to your neighbor is the first law of all Christians. So why charity? Because you exercise, you respect the other. You respect them. I need to learn when I go to the supermarket. Instead of get like 2 packs of loaf, I just get 1. Because I need 1, I don't need 2. But this is for me, guys. To be honest, me. I got 2, sometimes 3, just in case, I have home. I grew up in a very humble family, and like we have this. Perhaps I need to get rid of that part, but I need to think. Okay, I just get 1 because this may finish, and someone will come here to buy this loaf. We won't have it. We saw, I'm using the bread example here because here in Ireland, at the moment when we were in lockdown, the first lockdown, I know that you guys in the US, you were run out of toilet papers, but here in Ireland, we running out of breads. When we have like tropical storm or high winds or whatever happening here, if you go to the supermarket, you will not find bread. And sadly, sometimes when you go to the supermarket, we find like old people without bread because they went and there is no bread. You know? So we need to exercise this charity. We need to think that, oh, I will not throw, I don't not litter because I know it's bad for the nature. Yes, it's that, but it's good to me. I like when I go to somewhere and it's very clean, tidy. Everybody likes that. And why not keep the same thing? If we like it, I bet someone who comes after me will like as well. Okay? Okay? So let me see here. On topic 5, what did Jesus mean by the words, blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth, when he had recommended that people renounce all worldly possessions after having promised those of heaven? So, this is a very good one as well. While awaiting heavenly riches, humanity has need of the earth on which to live. Jesus is only recommend that we do not give more importance to things of this world rather than the former. So, how is your relationship with your family, with your friends? Start with us. We all are tired of listening to this, but we need to practice. You know, one of the biggest differences between Spiritism in Brazil and Spiritism outside of Brazil is because in Brazil, people go to, I'm not generalizing, okay, but the great majority, they go to Spirit Center the same way they used to go to the church. Oh, I have to go there. I have to do this. This is a kind of obligation. I have to do this. I need to do that. And while they are in the Spirit Center, they are calm, peace. It's good because they're a moment in their life, they're exercising this calmness. But when they leave the Spirit Center, it's like change the clothes, you know? And I can say by my experience here in Europe, I cannot convince someone to go to a Spiritist meeting if I'm not the example. If until that person don't see in my way of dealing with the others or dealing with myself, dealing with my family, once they are able to see it, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I will go there. So this is the trick thing here. At least my experience in Ireland is like this. I need to be the example in order to raise a will in those who are watching me to say, what are you doing? In what do you believe? Tell me more about the Spiritism. And then you start. Saying the Spiritism. Some people, they need to listen more about the scientific way. Some people need more the philosophical way. And you start to talk about. And they keep analyzing you. They keep watching you. Until a moment they say, okay, when is our meeting? It's Sundays. Yeah, it's Sundays. Yeah, every Sunday. Yeah. Are you popping? That's the way they say here. Are you popping? And they popping. Some keep coming. Some don't come. But they don't go because they need to go. This is the huge difference. And this is right here, the peacemakers. The person you are in the work should be the same person you are at home, you are among friends, when you are in your religious faith, religious beliefs, let's call this. You must be the same person. That's the start. And the earth, because it's not the earth goes to a regenerated world. We are going, and we will act like this. We have to. Okay, let me see if I forgot something here. I just wrote here some questions pop up to our mind here. For example, how will you survive in a world in which we turn on the TV, 11 out of 10 news is about violence? Someone killed, someone murdered, someone did this. It's full of violence. And the best answer I found for that kind of question is doing our role. Be the difference. Perhaps you cannot be the difference for your neighborhood, but you can be the difference for yourself, for your family. And sometimes, even though we are acting like this, we're very peace. We are trying to be very kind. We are trying to be very calm. People don't give up, and they keep throwing stones on us. They keep throwing stones on us. And what to do? Keep our position. That's what I'm saying. Keep on our position and be open. Perhaps that person who's throwing stones is the way they are saying to you, I do not agree. Analyze. Okay. Do you guys have any questions here? Because looks like I let me read something for you guys, because when I was studying here, I found a very good conclusion for this what we talk, and is say violence, a feeling contrary to the law of God, which is uh, one of peace. Well, I don't read my handwriting. Right? See? Constitutes a transitory disorder will cease to exist on earth as we adopt to neutralize it gentleness, affinity, moderation, and patience. Feelings that will make us worthy of inhabiting this planet after it has been transformed, and for love in a better world. So the only way to change something is love. Love towards ourselves first, love towards our brothers. This is not being selfish. You need to love you first. How can you say, oh, I love my wife, if you don't love yourself? How can you love someone if you don't love yourself? This is the lesson number one we need to understand. This is not being a selfish. Again, love is not doing everything I want. No. Love ourselves is I care about me. And how you treat the others. This is the love we're talking about here. This is not selfish love. No, 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 no. When we listen, especially the teenager, oh, I love him or love her more than anything in the world. It's wrong. Well, started wrong with this. You need to love you first. You need to be with that person because she or he make you feeling better, make you feeling completed, make you feeling well. Oh, I have enough love for me and him or her. Hmm? Hmm? You know? Let's see what Rihanna saying here. Love your neighbors as yourself. You will love and respect others as you love yourself. Exactly. Exactly, Rihanna. Robbie, I think we need to understand concepts to the best of our ability before we can apply them to others. Perfect. Perfect, Robbie. It is. That's what I'm saying. You are only meek. You are only a peacemaker when you start to understand the concepts and you apply to yourself. It worked, then you apply to the other. But what we do, we just throw. We don't care. And 99.90% of the entire population do this. Even us sometimes. So we need to work very hard if you want to become a meeker or a peacemaker. Let me, because we still have time. I have an email here, a message here. They want to understand better the hierarchy of the blessing. What's it? Okay. Let me open here. Okay, so and it starts with blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So everything started with the poor in spirit is I don't have any attachment to the material world. I don't have anything who aprision me to the material world. And then comes, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Once I am not attached to the material world, I am more calm. I'm feeling happy. I'm peaceful. And when you are peaceful, you reach, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So you can apply the meekness. You can do what we discussed today. Once you do what we discussed today, we comes to blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. So you're gonna do the right thing. You're gonna be exercise. You're gonna exercise exactly what Jesus wants, what the love wants. Not Jesus, what the love wants. And once you have hunger, so blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. So doesn't matter what people are going to say to you, this does not affect you. And once you become a merciful person, you are pure in heart. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Once you are pure in heart, you become a peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall call sons of God. Once you are peacemaker, you become to apply those teachings. So you are blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So they will start to being persecuted because you are doing the right thing. See Jesus, you know? And in the last one, blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. So you will die in the name of God. See Jesus? See how in my, at least in my understanding, it's a degree, it's a steps we need to overcome. And unfortunately, my conception, at least me, I am not even on the first step. Not even. Too far from that. What Don says, teach what you most need to understand. I never understood this until I started doing presentations. Wow, now I understand it. Welcome to my world, my friend. Welcome to my world. Rihanna. We still all struggle with ourselves in our own path of evolution. If we can make peace and know that God's mercy and patience is infinite, we will be more merciful and patient with others. There we go. There we go. Everything starts with ourselves. Everything starts with me. Everything starts here. If it don't start here, we are in trouble. Okay? Let's see if you have any more comments, because I think we are done. And times fly. Thank you very much for making this easy. You know? Shall we Shall we go to the prayer? Okay, let's go to the prayer. So our mentors of Kardec Radio, mentors of this show, this live here, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, for the opportunity to exercise this understanding. May this sharing of thoughts reach out many brothers and sisters who are thirsty for knowledge, for achieving new level of understanding. May this reach out to those brothers who are thinking about suicide and somehow help them to give up of the idea, to find answers for the whys they have. We will start tomorrow, the Yellow September, and I hope we can help as many as possible, as many people as possible. So be it. Amen. Okie dokie. So, thank you very much. It was very nice to have you all here with me. Thank you. And I hope you have a great evening or great day, especially for Robbie is starting his day. Don is in the middle of his day. Rihanna is already late for you. So thank you all for being here with me. And I'll see you tomorrow with the Spiritual Light, which is a wonderful, wonderful topic. We are preparing this, and it's amazing. Now, what to do when the topic is what to do when we don't know what to do. Yeah, great. And next Thursday I'll be here with Nate. And again, thank you. Thank everyone. Thank you, Don. No, Don to you, my friends, because you put all the comments here, and it's just made my life easy. Thank you very much. Okay. So have a good evening, good day, and I'll see you tomorrow and Thursday. Okay. Bye-bye.